Hey everybody, Mike here. Wanted to do a quick review today on these little Lifestraws I just recently picked up. We've been going through and trying to add items to our kit to make sure we're prepared for more situations that might arise, especially with natural disasters seeming like they get closer and closer to home these days. Not to mention all the problems that come up in the world nowadays. You just never know. So we've really taken a liking to some of the emergency preparedness, and Lifestraw was one of the things on our list that we wanted to try. Now, like with anything we usually typically get, we like to try these things out first instead of just sticking them in a box somewhere and hoping that they're there and they work when the time or need arises. So let's go and get one of these out of the package. We're going to try this thing out today. I'll see if I can come up with some first impressions on this. This is not a product I've ever used before, so I don't have a lot of knowledge other than what the website says. So basically what you've got here is this little straw like you see. The one end here is where you suck the water through. This is the end you'll stick in your water source to be able to draw that water through the tube and have the clean water come out. Now it does have this little lanyard here as well, so you could wear this around your neck. What really drew me to these and what I like about them is they come in at an extremely good value for what they are. It only weighs about 2 ounces. They'll fit in just about any backpack. They're easy to take with you when you're traveling. And then this particular one's good for up to 1,000 gallons of water. That's a ton of water. I'll probably never run that much water through one of these straws, but that's what they're rated at. And then not to mention they don't have an expiration date either. So that's also a huge plus. Now when it comes to what this thing can filter, it can go down to 0.02 microns. It filters out 99.99999 something percent of all the bacteria that you might come across. So we're going to test this thing out. We just recently had a big rain come through, so I grabbed some fresh water out of the creek. This probably isn't the dirtiest water you'll ever come across, but that's probably not something I'm ever going to drink at any given moment unless I'm just that desperate. So here goes nothing. Let's go ahead and try this thing out and see what we got. I'll let you know what I think of the water after I've tasted it. And the first thing you're supposed to do when you do this is the first couple sips you take, you're supposed to spit out, and that's probably just to have any kind of whatever's in the filter. That way you don't ingest whatever's coming out of that filter for that first initial drink. So here we go. Do that one more time. Okay, take a drink this time. It's not the best water I've ever tasted, but it's also not the worst either. Take that for what it's worth. When you're done with this thing, they say it's important to go ahead and blow out whatever remaining water might be in this. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now, it almost kind of feels like I'm blowing into a one-way check valve. I couldn't really get any air to go through that, but they say that's good to do before you store the unit again. And not to mention, if you get any kind of clogging from this end, you can clear that clog out. The other important thing to note about this is when you're done with it, you're supposed to leave both the caps off like this and let this thing dry out completely before you close your caps and put it back in storage. So overall, my initial impressions on this are that I believe it's going to work just like they advertise. These guys are kind of the OG in the business. I believe they're one of the first companies to ever come out with a concept like this. This particular straw here has been out for over a decade and still going strong. They've got some newer stuff out. I know they got a 2.0 version. It's got some different additional features on it as well. But at the price you can pick these up at, especially when you can buy them in a 1, 2, 5, even I believe a 10 pack, you can't go wrong with these. If you're looking for a new thing to add to your emergency kit, or if you're just looking for something to put in your bag while you're camping, hiking, or maybe even hunting, check out these Lifestraws. Give them a shot, see what you think. You never know when the need might arise. It's better to have and not need than to need not have. That's all I've got for you today, guys. Appreciate you taking time to watch this. I'll catch you guys on the next one.